Imagine being born into a world where your very existence is considered property, where learning to read could get you killed. This was the reality for one of America's most influential figures. Frederick Douglass, slave, fugitive, and eventually a powerful voice for freedom. But how did a man born in chains become a beacon of hope for millions? Today, we'll explore the extraordinary life of Frederick Douglass. From the depths of slavery to the heights of political influence. This is a story of courage, determination, and the unbreakable human spirit. Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey was born into slavery in 1818. His birthplace, Talbot County, Maryland. Like many enslaved children, he never knew his father. His mother, Harriet Bailey, was taken from him when he was just an infant. Young Frederick's childhood was marked by hunger, cold, and witnessing brutal violence. At the age of 7, he was separated from his grandmother, his only source of comfort. He was sent to work for the Old family in Baltimore. This move would change the course of his life. In Baltimore, Frederick encountered a different world. His new mistress, Sophia Auld, initially treated him with kindness. She began teaching him the alphabet, opening a door to a new realm of possibility. But when her husband discovered this, he was furious. He declared, "If you teach that slave to read, there would be no keeping him." These words lit a fire in young Frederick's heart. He realized that knowledge was the key to freedom. From that moment on, he was determined to learn how to read and write. Frederick taught himself in secret, using discarded newspapers and the white children in his neighborhood. He traded bread for reading lessons, risking severe punishment if caught. At the age of 12, he bought his first book, The Columbian Orator. This collection of political essays and speeches fueled his desire for freedom. He began to understand the injustice of slavery on a deeper level. As a teenager, Frederick was sent back to the countryside to work as a field hand. Here, he faced the cruelest aspects of slavery under the notorious slave breaker Edward Covey. Covey's brutal treatment nearly broke Frederick's spirit. But in a pivotal moment, Frederick fought back against Covey's attempts to whip him. This act of defiance marked a turning point in his life. He later wrote, "I was a man now. I was no longer a servile coward." In 1838, at the age of 20, Frederick made a daring escape to freedom. Disguised as a sailor and using borrowed identification papers, he boarded a train north. After a harrowing journey, he arrived in New York City, a free man at last. He soon married Anna Murray, a free black woman who had helped him escape. They settled in New Bedford, Massachusetts, where Frederick took the surname Douglass. Douglass quickly became involved in the abolitionist movement. He attended anti-slavery meetings and subscribed to William Lloyd Garrison's newspaper, The Liberator. In 1841, Douglass was invited to speak at an anti-slavery convention. His powerful oratory skills left the audience spellbound. This marked the beginning of his career as a public speaker and activist. Douglass began traveling extensively, giving speeches about his experiences as a slave. His eloquence and powerful presence made him a sought-after speaker. However, some doubted his story believing he was too articulate to have been a slave. In response, Douglass wrote his autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave. Published in 1845, the book became a bestseller and silenced his critics. The publication of his book put Douglass at risk of being recaptured. He fled to Ireland and Britain, where he continued his anti-slavery campaign. British supporters raised funds to purchase his legal freedom. Douglass returned to the United States in 1847 as a free man in the eyes of the law. Back in America, Douglass launched his own anti-slavery newspaper, the North Star. Its motto, "Right is of no sex, truth is of no color, God is the Father of us all, and we are all brethren." He became a leader in the abolitionist movement, often disagreeing with other prominent figures. Douglass advocated for immediate emancipation and believed in using political means to end slavery. During the Civil War, Douglass was a vocal supporter of the Union cause. He recruited black soldiers for the Union Army, including 2 of his own sons. He met with President Abraham Lincoln twice, advocating for equal treatment of black soldiers. After the war, Douglass continued to fight for the rights of freed slaves and women. He held several government positions, including U.S. Marshal for the District of Columbia. In his later years, Douglass remained an active speaker and writer. He remarried in 1884 to Helen Pitts, a white woman, causing controversy at the time. Douglass continued to advocate for civil rights until his death in 1895. His legacy as an author, orator, and human rights leader continues to inspire people worldwide. Frederick Douglass's life is a testament to the power of education, perseverance, and the human spirit. From a slave child denied the right to read to a respected statesman and author. His journey reminds us that change is possible, even in the face of overwhelming odds. What part of Douglass's story resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more inspiring historical biographies. Remember, in the words of Douglass himself, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Frederick Douglass.